Okay, so today we will start with something called as combinatorics. So what we'll do is we will first of all we will see some basic stuff about combinations, right? So we will talk about combinations. So in combinations, let's say the very basic problem is, let's say there is some quantity, and you need to distribute that quantity in some peoples or some ways. Let's say, let's take an example. Let's say you have three persons A, B, C, and let's say you have 13 chocolates. Okay, and you need to distribute these 13 chocolates between these three persons, right? So in how many ways is this thing possible, right? So we are not mathematicians. Okay, so I'm not gonna teach you like what permutation and combinations are. We will be talking about the short tricks. Okay, so in such a case the formula is simple, that is n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1. Okay, so this is the formula that you need to always follow. So with the help of this formula you'll see that I'll be able to solve most of my problems. Okay, so here basically I'm considering that there is a possibility. I'm also considering the case where it will give all the 13 chocolates to only one person. Okay, so here in this case it will become 13 plus r is 3. So n is 13, r is 3, so it will become 13 plus 3 minus 1 c 3 minus 2, that is 15c2, like that is 15c2. But what if there is some lower limit? So there is two cases. There is no limit. So this is first case with no limit. So second case is there is a lower limit. There is a lower limit. So in case of lower limit, what will happen? It will say that all three of them should get at least, all three of them should at least get one. Okay, there will be this word at least one. Okay, so or it may say that like A should get at least one, B should get at least three, C should get at least two. So okay, so the at least condition could be different for different persons as well. Okay, so in that case as well it will work. So if there is a lower limit, then what we'll do is simple, very simple. Let's say we have A, B, and C, right? So earlier, the original case is that A plus B plus C, there is three persons. I need to distribute 13 chocolates. But what I'm saying is, at least one is given to all three of them, right? At least one is given to all three of them. Now, this problem will reduce to that I need to distribute 10 chocolates between three persons, because 1 plus 1 plus 1 is so 13 minus 3, it will become 10. Now now I'll apply my formula, this n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1 on this condition, right? So it will become 10 plus 3 minus 1 c 3 minus 1, so it will become 12 c2, right? So if there is a minimum condition, similarly it could be different numbers. Let's say if we have a 2 here and a 3 here, so it will be 6, so it will be 13 minus 6. So this problem will reduce to 7. A plus B plus C equal to 7. Okay, so if there is an at least condition, just simply do one thing. Simply do one thing. That add all the at least conditions and then subtract it from the main number. Then we will reach to the base case. Okay, this one is my base case, that if you have a fixed number and you need to distribute that number between some persons. Okay, between some sections, right? So this formula will always work. So next is in case of at least condition only, there is one more short trick, that if it's at least one. Okay, for the case of at least one, you can do one more thing. You can directly say n minus 1 c r minus 1. Okay, that will also work. So in case of at least condition, because you can see, you can basically see here that n minus 1 cr minus 1 will be you will be applying this formula on the base condition. Okay, so it will be again 12c2, right? And here also, with the help of this formula, applying on this upgraded condition will also give us 12c2. Okay, so this is one thing. Then another case that may come here is, let's the third case, that that is the at most condition. That at most condition. So there is a possibility that you have certain amount of something. Let's say, let's take the chocolate examples, and then you have a condition like that A can get at most of four chocolates. Okay, not more than four. At most, it can have four chocolates. Similarly for B or C. Let's take the example. Let's for all three of them, they can have at most they can have four chocolates. Okay, so how we will solve the at most kind of conditions? Okay, we know that in a general case, the overall distribution will be something like this: 13 plus 3 minus 1 C3 minus 1, that is 15 C2, right? 15 C2 will be total cases. Now I need to subtract where my violations are happening. Okay, I need to subtract where my violations are happening. So first way of violation is, let's say I give like A plus B plus C. So first violation possibility is, I gave 5 to A. I gave 5 to A, and then I distribute to B and C as usual, right? So in that case, here the number left will be 13 minus 5, that will be 8, right? So it will be A plus B plus C equal to 8. So now I need to distribute this way, right? So if I distribute this way by allotting 5 to A only, and then I distribute the remaining between three of them, right? Now A may get 6, 7, 8, or whatever it is, right? So here if I apply 8 plus 3 minus 1 C3 minus 1, so it will become 8 plus 3 is 11 minus 1, that is 10 C2, right? So these are my violated cases for A. If I'm going to allot more than 4 to A, then this much will be the violated cases for this much is the violated case for A, right? So now what I'll do is, okay, I'll take care that here is video. Yeah, so so the total cases are, so the total cases is 15 C2, right? 15 C2. So now I need to subtract the violations, that is 10 C2, but these violations are only for A. These violations are only for A. So for B and C as well, the same violations will happen. So I need to multiply this with 3. So this will be my at most condition, the total minus my violations. So the violate conditions you need to figure out. So you will be able to do the combinatorics, right? So with this much logic, you will be able to do almost questions on combinatorics. Okay, so there is a possibility of having a simple condition, lower limit condition, or the uppermost condition. Okay, then thanks. Next we'll start coding, writing the code for the same.